and on we'll go through the wastelands.
Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got the 2023 Subaru Crosstrek. So let's have a look. Alright, before we get into the video, just want to do a shout out to Central Coast Subaru who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today, and I'll leave their contact details down below. And if you are after a Crosstrek or any of the Subaru range, go in and let them know that Alex from AG Automotive sent you and they will look after you. Alright, to the front here you've got the Subaru badge. You've got a black and silvery trim grille. You do have the front camera right down there, you can see, and you've got your LED daytime running lights and headlights, as well as your driving lights there as well. Now, what are your thoughts on the Crosstrek? I know you're probably thinking this is just a Subaru XV, and it's true to an extent, except this has been updated. Alright, so the wheels on the Crosstrek are 18-inch wheels, and they've got this silver and black trimmed. It looks like a fan design or a futuristic design, and I actually quite like that. I think it suits the Crosstrek really, really well. You've even got these little vents in the front there. That's pretty cool. Now you do get the roof rails and a sunroof, and Central Coast Subaru have put a sticker on the side there as well. Now around the back here, you've got the Subaru badge, you've got the Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, the Crosstrek, and then if you have a look up here, the lights. Now the differences are the pointed pieces there. That is new on the Crosstrek, and I do like the diffuser down the bottom there as well. Alright, let's go and have a look inside. Alright, just in the Crosstrek. So first impressions is it sort of looks upmarket in here, thanks to, I think, the big media screen, which we'll come to a bit later. And you've also got nice trim pieces around the media center, also around the gear selector, bit of piano black. You do still get hard plastics on the dash. You do get a nice soft grey leather on the door itself, and you've got some nice carbon fibre look around the door handle there, and that sort of goes around the dash over to the glove box there. To the right of the steering wheel you've got your engine start stop, and you've got your illumination controls, and the steering wheel itself, it's nice and easy to hold and full leather, and you do have your audio controls on the left and your cruise control and safety features on the right, with your drive modes there as well. Behind there you've got your paddle shifters, and then you've got auto headlights and auto wipers. And on the dash itself you've got analog speedo and tacho, along with a digital speedo in the middle, and then you've got a little screen up above there, which you can go through for things like your trip computers, your tire pressure monitor, what radio station you're listening to, your navigation, and things like that. So we'll come to the media center. Now I'll just go through a couple of things. It's massive. We'll just go into the mapping there, and it is a TomTom software unit, and works really, really well. You've got AM, FM, and digital radio stations there, and you can also play media through a Bluetooth device or a USB. You've also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and I'll just go into, you've got a lot of settings for this that you can go through and do, and you've got some car info there, which you've got your driving statistics. If the car is unbalanced, it will tell you how many degrees it's out by. and you've also got your maintenance schedule there too. So further down, you do have dual zone climate control, and you can come up on the screen. So you've got touch screen controls there, or you can adjust the temperature via these two buttons either side of the screen there. Now further down from there, you do have a auxiliary and 2 USBs along with a wireless phone charger. I really like that. I think that's a really cool thing to have. And then the gear selector, PRND and M for manual. Now you don't actually, you're not able to change gears via the gear selector. You do it through the paddles. I really like that actually. I'm a bit more performance orientated, or if you're not, you can just leave it in drive and let it do its thing. Now you do have your finger brake or your handbrake along with a camera view button there, so if you push that at any time, it shows you the 360-degree camera. And I will pop it into reverse and just show you what the reverse camera looks like there. And you know what, it's reasonably clear. I really like that. I think it's sort of thumbs up to Subaru, or tick for Subaru. Now I just wanted to also show you there is what's called the X mode on here as well. So you've got your normal, you can go snow, dirt, or you can have deep snow or mud, depending on the conditions. And on the steering wheel there, you've got your drive modes there, S and I, so just sort of S for sports and I for normal. You do also get seat heaters for the front passenger and driver there. You've got 2 cup holders and a 12-volt 120-watt plug. Now the armrest, you know, it's reasonably soft. I like that. And it's really, really deep. There is a lot of space in there. And the seats themselves, again, you got heating there, which is really good, and they're full leather, and I really like them, how they've got that grey and sort of dark trim to them as well. Alright, so the glove box. You know what, the glove box is reasonably big. You can get a fair few iPads in there as well as your service books. Now we'll come to the sunroof. So I'll just open that up. And that's one touch and it goes back all the way, and it's really good for Australian conditions, especially on a nice sunny day. Now you can also tilt at the sunroof as well. Alright, let's go and have a look in the back. Alright, here in the back of the Crosstrek. Now, first impressions is it's reasonably roomy back here. Now I'm 6'1", 185 centimetres. If you have a look, I've got a bit of headroom there. I've also got a little bit of knee room, leg room and foot room, and this seat is set up for me. And that's really, really good. So Subaru has made the back seats a little bit roomier and unfortunately made the boot a little bit smaller. They've continued with the nice leather seats here. And you've got a really nice armrest with twin cup holders. Now you do get ISOFIX spots, 2 there and 2 behind me. And for the rear passengers, you do get 2 USBs and you get 1 mat pocket on the left there. So there's no ventilation back here, unfortunately. Alright, let's go and have a look in the boot. Alright, so here in the boot of the Crosstrek, we've got 291 litres, which I don't think is too bad actually. And you do have your 3 tether points on the back, and it is a 60/40 split fold rear seat. You do get a couple little storage compartments either side, and if I lift that up, you do have your spare tyre and your breakdown tools there. You've also got the privacy screen there. And something that I think they should have in the 2023 model of this is make the tailgate powered on the top spec model, but unfortunately they don't on any of them. Alright, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. Alright, so under the bonnet of the Crosstrek we have a 2-litre Boxer flat 4 petrol engine, and it produces 115 kilowatts of power and 196 newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a CVT driving all 4 wheels. Now Subaru claims combined fuel economy of 7.2 litres per 100 kilometres. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, I'm just going to go for a drive in the Crosstrek, so let's go. Alright, so vision at the front is pretty good straight ahead. I find that towards the passenger side the mirror actually gets in the way a little bit for me, and rear vision is actually pretty good considering it's a hatch. It's actually not bad at all. Vision out the sides, again, yeah, reasonably big windows, and the mirrors, yeah, look, the mirrors to me are a tiny little bit small, but they do an alright job. So just driving the Crosstrek around the suburbs, it's, you know, reasonably quiet in here. You have a listen to the road noise. I mean, when you get on the throttle, you do get that little bit of engine noise, but just cruising around, it's, you know what, it's actually pretty quiet in here. So I just picked a bumpy-ish road on the Central Coast, not hard to do that. And just going to try the suspension out on the Crosstrek to see how it handles the bumps. Yeah, look, I reckon it's medium. It is soaking the bumps reasonably, but you do feel them a bit. You do seem to feel them a bit. I can feel them when I go over most of them, even the small bumps. So I guess it's okay, sort of mediocre, I guess, in that. Steering response, it's reasonably light, actually, I'll be honest, yeah. Now, I know it's a similar motor to what they used before, but, I mean, a lot of cars are doing, like, turbocharged engines, things like that, or slightly bigger. If we were to see maybe a 2-litre turbo or a 2.5-litre naturally aspirated, I reckon that would give it a bit more poke. So what's the acceleration like on the Crosstrek? Well, let's find out. Now let's do a bit of a rolling start out of this roundabout. Look, it's not grunty, like it doesn't sort of throw you back in the seat type grunt, but even like at say 70 k's, if I was to downshift, doesn't sort of have that kick in the seat for you. So I think with this engine, it's good around town, just cruising around up and down hills and the streets, and that's great. Just let the car do its thing. But if you really want a bit more grunt and you really want to get up and make it go, even in sports mode like I showed you, it sort of doesn't have that feeling of excitement, which other cars will that throw you back in the seat. I mean, look, this is no sports car, I'll be completely honest. It's not about going fast and whatnot. Around town, doing 60, 70 k's, this car cruises nicely. But if you want a bit more oomph, I think you probably need to go for something bigger like the Outback or the Forester or the WRX, if you really want something that's a bit more performance orientated. But for around town and everything else, this car does a really good job. But I think that Subaru could have put in a 2-litre turbo, or even the 2.5-litre naturally aspirated would give it a little bit more guts and a little bit more enjoyment, I think, too. And it may even help it off-road if you do tackle this sort of light off-roading as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.